Good day, America. This is 0407. This video is Operation No Middle Ground version 2 and contains the revised set of directives that we the people should consider to give to our government. But first I wanted to speak on comments recently made that 0407 supports violent protest. This is quite untrue. The protests should be peaceful and should remain so. The violence will come at the hands of the police. However, I do warn of the possibility that we need to be prepared for. That events will be pushed forward into a hot revolution, such as what happened in Washington, D.C. at the Smithsonian. This was not the work of the Occupy protesters, but rather the work of a so-called conservative journalist blogger hoping to push the people into a violent uprising just so he could get a story. His grade on his actions and words after the fact. Cosmic fail. I have been keeping watch on the corporate media news sites as well. We all agree that 99.9% of the content on CNN, Fox News, USA Today, to name a few, is corporate-backed government propaganda. What I have been seeing is politicians trying to either buddy up to the revolution, such as Obama with his recent comments, or Herman Cain, the Federal Reserve lackey running for the Republican nomination with his recent comments. What I see is the beginning of more lies and propaganda that the elite are manufacturing to coddle the revolution. Don't be fooled by a miracle turnaround in the economy. Such tactics by the elites are what I like to call recycled bullshit. I have mentioned this before that the elites realize that all they need to do is to relax their iron stranglehold just a little bit, and allow the economy to get rolling again. By allowing the 99% a little bit of feigned prosperity for a few years. But ask yourself this: what will really change? Will the criminal bankers and corporations that robbed the American taxpayers in 2008, and multiple times in the years prior, be brought to justice? Of course not. They will give themselves huge bonus packages to pat themselves on the back for suckering the American public once again through their political pockets and backdoor deals. Will the politicians start taking huge campaign donations from the corporations and banks through the proxy of individual donations? Of course not. They will find another loophole to sell their principles to the highest bidder. And if the 99% allow themselves to be fooled once again, then our future will be the same as our past. We want real change in America. We all agree on that point. And we all agree that the time has come that something must be done. The very first thing every single person needs to do is realize that those in power in political office, the corporations, and the banks will say anything, tell any lie, to keep their power. They know all they need to do is to seemingly loosen their grip on the throats of Americans. Give them a few jobs, and the golden goose will keep laying its eggs for them. And then in the next presidential term, or the one after that, it will start over again. The corporations will start moving jobs overseas. The economy will come to a grinding halt again. And then we will be right back where we started. The only difference being that we have given them even more time to consolidate the police state that they have been building worldwide since the end of World War II. You must remember that the elites do not look at things in the short term. They take the long view because they know that people will calm down if given what they want. For a little while, 10 years to these people means nothing. Even as we protest in the Occupy operations, they are grooming their next generation of elites, brainwashing them into believing that they are better than everyone else, and that their system of control is surely better than the auto self-determination practiced before their criminal takeover of our country. We must remember that there are only two courses which we can choose: freedom or tyranny. If we choose freedom, then we must realize that the road to that freedom will be dark and full of danger, not only to ourselves but to the ones that we love. But we must be resolute, be willing to make the ultimate sacrifice, to pay any price, to ensure that our children will grow up in a country which they will remember was freed by their fathers. Thomas Jefferson warned us what would happen if we allowed a central banking system to be put in place by the foreign money masters. He said that one day the children would find themselves homeless on the continent that their fathers conquered. This year alone, 2011, over 1 million American families have lost their homes to bank foreclosures based on banking practices that are by definition a fraud. American workers have watched their jobs disappear, only to see them reappear overseas in countries where the corporations can pay slave labor wages. Those countries consider this a boon to them, as they have been kept in a state of grinding poverty by the same international bankers that control the Federal Reserve, while our great country, which our fathers and grandfathers worked to build and gave their lives to defend, is reduced systematically to a third world nation. Our only other choice is tyranny. Our only other choice is accept their lies, and to go off quietly into the night, and wait for them to finally take away the rest of our most basic freedoms. Then many years down the road, when our children ask us,
"Daddy, why are we still celebrating the 4th of July?"
what answer will we have for them? Those are the choices that we have. It is simple common sense. To muddle those choices with any other issue is merely deluding ourselves, which is doing exactly what the elites wish us to do. It makes their plans much easier. But if we choose freedom, that road, as I said earlier, will be dark and full of dangers. So in that line of thinking, allow me, friends, to revisit the things that I think we the people should demand from the government. Remember, these are only suggestions to be considered by Anonymous and the Occupy movement. I do not claim to speak for all of Anonymous or the Occupy movement, nor will I ever. I can only speak for myself. After much careful consideration I came up with this list. And after much careful consideration, I have revised it to include other items, which I think would be an improvement, and bring about a brighter future for the United States of America.
It's so loud inside my head with words that I should have said as I drown in my regrets. I can't take back the words I never said.
I really think the war on terror is a bunch of bullshit. Just a poor excuse for you to use up all your bullets. How much money does it take to really make a full clip? 9/11 building 7, did they really pull it? And a bunch of other cover-ups. Your child's future was the first to go with budget cuts. If you think that hurts, then wait, here comes the uppercut. The school was garbage in the first place, that's on the up and up. Keep you at the bottom, but tease you with the upper crust. You get it, then they move it, so you never keeping up enough. If you turn on TV, all you see is a bunch of what the fucks. Dude is dating so-and-so, blabbering about such and such, and that ain't Jersey Shore. Homie, that's the news, and these the same people supposed to be telling us the truth. Limbaugh is a racist, Glenn Beck is a racist. Gaza Strip was getting bombed, Obama didn't say shit. That's why I ain't vote for him. Next one either. I'm a part of the problem. My problem is I'm peaceful, and I believe in the people. Yeah.
It's so loud inside my head with words that I should have said as I drown in my regrets. I can't take back the words I never
Now we can say it ain't our fault if we never heard it, but if we know better, then we probably deserve it. Jihad is not holy war, where's that in the worship? Murdering is not Islam, and you are not observant. And you are not a Muslim. Israel, don't take my side, cause look how far you've pushed them. Walk with me into the ghetto, this where all the kush went. Complain about the liquor store, but what you drinking liquor for? Complain about the gloom, but when you pick a broom up, just listen in the pot, ain't gon' make it stop. A rebel in your thoughts, ain't gon' make it out. If you don't become an actor, you'll never be a factor. Pills with million side effects, take them when the pain's felt. Wash them down with diet soda, killing off your brain cells. Crooked banks around the world would gladly give a loan today. So if you ever miss a payment, they can take your home away. Worse than all the violence. Fear is such a weak emotion, that's why I despise it. We scared of almost everything, afraid to even tell the truth. So scared of what you think of me, I'm scared of even telling you. Sometimes I'm like the only person I feel safe to tell it to. I'm locked inside a cell in me, I know that there's a gel in you. Consider this shit belling out, so take a breath and hell a few. My screams is finally getting free, my thoughts is finally yelling down.
said